Okay, I'm going to pull this energy through, but something about her feels really different. Okay, so I'm just going to start saying what I'm picking up on, and then we'll see where it goes from there. So it's definitely a female. She has a very strong presence, like, of power and authority. And the reason why it's making me feel so unusual is because there's something about her that makes me think deity, and not necessarily just someone who's like a loved one on the other side. But I'm not sure yet. So let's tap into her some more. Okay, she's definitely somebody, like, not just a spirit, not just a loved one, because she's like building herself up to show me that she is something bigger than that. Like, she's puffing her chest, basically, like an animal would when they're trying to, like, show you that they have power, you know? Okay, so I am not good with deities and stuff. I've only encountered one before, which it was Sekhmet, the Egyptian deity with the lion head. That's the only one I've ever encountered, so this might be number 2. So I have not the slightest idea who she might be or where she came from, but we're gonna see if we can figure it out. Whew, she's like, her energy is so strong, and I feel like she would be physically larger than us. Like, when she manifests in a physical form, she shows up as being much larger than a normal human, because she's like completely filling me up. Like, I feel like I'm gonna burst. Her energy is so big and powerful. She seems beautiful. She seems like she has some sort of like reddish, not red like orangey red, but like red, like auburny red kind of hair. I kind of am seeing wings with her, but she's not an angel. This is not an angel. I feel like she's got many different names because she's been called many different things over time by many different peoples. And I feel like she was taken on by the Greeks and the Romans, but I also feel like there's a connection with her with like the Celts and like the British Isles, that she's been part of all 3 of those places, all 3 of those mythologies, but she's the same entity, that she's just been given different names. I also feel like I'm getting like Athena. Let's figure this out. Mystery time. Athena in a meditation once. Yes, tea time. I think that's who it is. It's frickin' Athena. But she's saying she was taken in and also like is somebody else by a different name in a different area. And I was seeing like the British Isles, but she's the same thing, just with different names. But Athena has a Celtic equivalent of Sulis. Okay, I'm gonna look that up. Let's look it up. Sulis. She was the localized Celtic polytheism practice in Great Britain, a deity worshipped at the thermal spring of Bath, which is now Somerset. She was worshipped by the Roman British as Minerva, Sulis Minerva, whose votive objects and inscribed lead tablets suggest she was conceived of both nourishing, life-giving mother goddess and an effective agent of curses wished by her votaries. There's a picture of her that reminds me. There's a picture of a bronze head of her that reminds me of Athena. Yeah, that's probably it. Owls are associated with Athena, which could be where you see the wings. I think I've seen a depiction of Athena with wings before. Statue of her. Oh, yes, she's holding a bird. That's probably what it is. In all of her statues, she's holding a winged, well, it's not a bird. It's like it's an angel. She's holding the angel in her hand. Holy moly. Let's look at it together. Hold on. Look. Look at. She's holding a flippin' angel in her hand. So that's where the wings are coming from. I knew, because I know this statue, because I'm an artist. I was an art teacher. I went to art school. I know this statue because we learn about it in art history, and I've actually used it as an example when I teach figure drawing in my own art classes. And I knew that there was something on it that had wings, but she's holding a freaking angel in her hand, which is like, she's showing me the bigness, the largeness of her, which I know this statue. So that's why she's showing me how big she is, because she was trying to reference something that I know her from. And it's this statue, which is freaking huge. That statue is like massive. But this one is in the Parthenon, and it's not the original statue because that's been lost to time. But supposedly this is a replica of the statue that would have been there during the actual age of the Parthenon. I don't know. I feel like a fangirl or something. Now we have to go talk to her? I'm scared. You're scared. I'm scared. We're all a little scared. We're going to go talk to Athena, of all entities. Okay. She said, "Oh, will you stop it?" I think she's talking to both of us tea time. "Oh, will you stop it?" Okay. We will stop. We will be serious. We will take this message with gratitude. All right. So she's talking about the divine feminine power that women, like human women, many times don't realize the magnitude of their own divine power. The divine feminine is mighty, powerful. Oh, this was something I was just thinking about earlier, because women always get referred to as the receptive, and the men always get referred to as the creative, because it's like, we won't go into it because everybody knows how babies are made, but the man gives the seed so that the woman can be receptive of it, so that the woman can create. But I was thinking about this earlier, because it's like we're the receptive, but in which we are the ones that create. Our bodies are the ones that hold it and make it. And without it, it wouldn't be possible. So she's referring to that in like a greater sense, not just about like, reproduction and like making babies, but like we can receive the energy, but ultimately we have the power to create. We have the power to create. And this is like in all things. And I feel like it's just going right back into the conversation we've been having all morning with everybody's readings about choices, making decisions, choosing to manifest, choosing the path that's best. And she's using the divine feminine as a way to like realize your own power of creation, of creating your own existence that we all hold, not just women, not just feminine, because there's a wide, at this point in our time space continuum, there's a wider range of people that feel different ways, you know, about themselves, and they don't even want to have a gender because it's, you know, there's so much horseshit associated with both of them. So she wants to remind us all, which is something I mentioned earlier, that we all have this power within us because we're all part of the divine. This is a very empowering, uplifting message from her because she is power. She is power. Like, that's all I could feel when I first pulled her in before we even knew who she was. And she's saying we all have it. We all have it within us because we're all divine. Wow. I got like tingles. Thank you, Athena. My second deity ever. Fun fact is that Athena was a devout virgin and she chose not to marry. Well, isn't that interesting? Because she was talking about basically like we can create as divine feminine. Yes, with no man. How interesting that she was pretty much saying that. Thanks for that reading. That was awesome.